Japan's Typhoon Hagibis, a super typhoon, and the Japan earthquake of magnitude 5.7. Of course, that had foreshocks as well for the past 3 weeks. Now, some people are asking, can hurricanes and typhoons actually trigger earthquakes? And this is what Kate Whitfield of Express UK reports. As we know, today it's just now passing over it, currently being engulfed Japan by the strongest typhoon in a decade, and they say it's the biggest in 60 years. And the earthquake just struck the same region. As we said before, we saw that they had foreshocks about 3 weeks now. Of course, it's in a subduction zone on the Ring of Fire. Now, are these two disasters connected in any way? Typhoon Hagibis, yes, I have to get used to the word, began closing in today, Saturday, and is sending over 1 million people fleeing their homes. On Saturday evening, magnitude 5.7 earthquake hit the Kanto region that rocked Tokyo. It was just off the coast, south of Tokyo. And they've estimated about 4.2 million people would be evacuating the area. It struck Kanto around 6:22 p.m., the earthquake, and recorded at intensity level 4 out of 7 on Japan's quake intensity scale in southern Chiba Prefecture, and level 3 in wards of central Tokyo, the Japan Meteorological Agency explained. The epicenter was located off Chiba Prefecture, and no tsunami warning was issued. Reports of the tremor felt in Tokyo have been pouring in, residents taking to Twitter, of course, expressing their terror at the double whammy. The quake plus the typhoon. Now, could a typhoon trigger an earthquake? According to studies by scientists at the University of Miami, major tropical storms, this is unbelievable, can cause earthquakes. According to the University of Miami, major tropical storms can cause earthquakes. The studies were based on major earthquakes which hit Haiti and Taiwan in 2010. They showed previous storms could have been a factor. Shimon Dwinsky, Associate Research Professor, University of Miami's Rosenstiel School of Marine and Atmospheric Science, said that very wet rain events are triggers of earthquakes. The heavy rain induces thousands of landslides. Of course, we know that. Last year, we had a lot of rain in the United States. We had a tremendous amount of landslides. We had a lot of rains in Greece as well. Tremendous amount of landslides because the mountains get soft and they just slough off. So the heavy rains, of course, induce landslides and severe erosion, which removes ground material from Earth's surface, releasing the stress load, encouraging movement along faults. Researchers suggest that rain-induced landslides and the excessive rain carries eroded material downstream, and as a result, the surface load above the fault is lessened. And Wodensky also said that the reduced load unclamped the faults, which can promote, of course, earthquakes. But the research showed a strong relationship between these two hazards, where a large earthquake occurred within 4 years after a very wet tropical cyclone season, not while a typhoon was occurring at the same time. So it could be that after this typhoon goes, within a 4 or 5 year period, we may have a major earthquake because of that. So chances are this recent earthquake striking Japan at the same time as the typhoon is just a coincidence, or of course very bad luck. Now, in the meantime, residents are bracing for the full force of this super typhoon, Hagibis, and it's making landfall right now as we speak. Japan's meteorological agency JMA issued highest warning today, an emergency weather warning level 5. The storm approaching left one person as a victim and several injured. The warning was issued for towns and cities, including Tokyo, Saitama, Kanagawa, Gunma, Yamanashi, and Nagano and Shizuoka. It said, the weather forecaster said it is a level 5 situation, some sort of disaster may have already taken place. People are strongly advised to act to protect their lives the right way. Of course, that means leaving, evacuating the area, because that's the only way you can, against this force of flooding and torrential rain, protect yourself. Hagibis is due to make landfall 6 p.m. local time, and we've already gone through that. Evacuations issued throughout much of the Tokyo area. And this affected not 4.2 million, tens of millions of people. Tens of millions of people were affected. Power was knocked out. Homes have been flooded. The Japanese capital is in lockdown, with the usually busy streets abandoned by the torrential rain flooding everything. Local police said a 49-year-old man lost his life when the tornado flipped his car on Saturday morning. At least 5 other people, 3 children injured. Tornado swept through the city ahead of the storm. The storm was preceded by a tornado. I'll leave links below for you for this, and we'll keep updates on this. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.